So for ages we've been saying about putting the toilet in with the fridge above, and yesterday finally got around to it. Just wasn't filming yesterday because it was a little bit tricky, and that made it easier to only focus on one thing. It's got the drawer sliders with it, and if you've seen any of the last ones, you may have seen that I completely fucked it up last time. So yeah, it's nice to be able to redeem myself, and I'll just show you what I've got. What I've done, obviously it's very specific to my fan, but there might be some little tricks that you want to take away from it, so hopefully that's useful. Let's see what I've made. So the main reason why this has worked out a lot better is because I haven't tried to do it whilst it's installed. I've built this bit separately and I can make it completely square, making sure that these bits and this bits are exactly the same length, and that's where I started. I did the back, made this frame and just made it completely square, and then attached the sliders, and then when it came to actually attaching the bottom bit, that's when I just made sure that this bit of wood was the right distance so that the runners would slide completely parallel, and it's worked perfectly. All I like to do when I installed them as well is just put a spacer underneath there so that it's not going to hit the floor when it comes out, and when it comes out fully and it's in the van, you just have the weight down there, and because it's so close, then you're not actually putting much pressure on the sliders. So I think it works really well. There's just a few more screws that need to go in and the back that needs to go on, and then eventually I'll add a little vent on there. This needs another little support because yeah, the fridge is going to go on there and that's a big weight. So this is the rest of the day, just making it stronger. Hey, so I thought I'd just pop up and sort of say hello and let you know how the year went. We didn't get a lot of videos done this year, and that was because a lot was going on. You may have noticed the quality of the image on the video gone up a little bit, and that's because I got a new camera, which has been very exciting to play with, and we have done a few things with it, more practices, but I haven't actually released those on YouTube, which is just because I've been busy. I managed to persuade myself to get the new camera because I was doing a wedding event. I was doing the videography for it, and I did it with my mate who was doing the photography, and that was really fun to do. And I got a short video and a long video done for them, and it was really nice, really fun, and they loved it, so it was really rewarding, and I definitely want to do more of those. So if you need anything doing, events and wedding, photo or video, then I'd love to do it. I did a photo event for my mate, and that was really fun as well. That was in London, so it takes you places. It's just really good to get into. General summer stuff we got up to, we had a festival. We went on a few little holidays. We were just getting busy, and yeah, we're hoping next year to get quite a few more videos and photos done and get a lot on the van done. So I think next year's going to be really busy, but we need to get everything done because at some point we are going to want to go. Not saying when yet because we don't fully know, but hopefully it won't be that long. But let's get back to the video because I think I've got a good point coming up. Hopefully it'll be useful. Pre-drilling the holes will help and stop anything from cracking, so that's really important to do. And then using this countersink tool is just good when you're using these wood screws because they got a countersink, and then you can get them nice and flat. Just think it's very important to do that. So with the sliders, everywhere where I've got it, I've just put this thicker bit of wood on the other side so that the screws also go into that, because if it was just in the plywood, I don't think it would last very long. More screws. So added supports on the bottom bit to keep the toilet in place, and added these ones that we can see are very strong, and that's where the fridge is going to go on, because it's going to get pretty heavy with all that stuff in it. I think it's a 40-litre fridge, I don't know, it's going to be quite heavy, but I'm ready to actually install it now into the van. So it's a few weeks later now, and as you can see from that video clip, it is very snug in there and it was quite difficult to put in, but we got it in. And then I put a lid on the top of it, so it's going to be all enclosed. This is the base for it, and one of the bits of wood that I put on it has fallen off, so the first thing to do is to glue that on. So to glue it on, I'm using this. I will show it rather than say the name. The reason why I don't think the screws held it in particularly well is because just the plywood's pretty thin, and I don't want to use longer screws because it will just go the whole way through, so it just chewed it up easily. So just using the glue is going to be way better, and yeah. So the reason why I'm putting this on is to keep the toilet in its same place, and also then to give a bit of a structure for me to see where we're going to build the rest of it around. So this is the back edge at the minute, and the toilet obviously comes to here. So it does leave a little bit of storage room for the pellets because we've got a composting toilet, so the pellets need to go somewhere. And then toilet roll and sawdust, because when you're done doing your business you chuck sawdust on top of it. So we need like a little scoop somewhere for that, and I'll make it all fit. I'm sure I can get a scoop which will fit down the side. Yeah. So as you can see, the door is on. It's not particularly pretty. I'm not very happy with it. It was quite difficult, and an extra pair of hands from Holly probably would have been useful. But got a little clicker in there so it comes out. It can't go the whole way to the bottom because otherwise when it's here the slider will hit it. My idea anyway is to have seals on the top edge, on here, down the side, and probably one along the bottom that stays on that tray, just so there's a little bit extra sealing on there to keep smells out, and then there's going to be a charcoal filter probably on the front end eventually. So I've just done a few little jobs. I'm going to tidy it up because I need to take these screws off. So grinding back those screw heads is the only reason why those screws went in is because I can't have any shorter ones. Like earlier with the bottom tray, and I had to glue that bit of wood down. That's because the bit that goes into the wood of the screw is reducing, so it doesn't grip onto anything. So these ones go the whole way through, and then there's only that reduced bit that's sticking out. So I just need to cut it off. I've done it a few places, and I think it's kind of just the best option. I did make one little mistake, so be careful if, like with the clicker that's on this door, is plastic. If you're grinding back the screws, that will melt the plastic because the whole screw will get hot. So be more careful with that. that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you have a great Christmas and New Year's, and hopefully there'll be something out that we do. But guess, yeah, if you're going to be smashing out 2023, join us. We're going to be doing a lot, so I hope it's all interesting, and we're going to really try and do a lot of videos and help out people via our Instagram as well, because we know that's a channel we haven't really explored enough. But yeah, have a good Christmas, and we'll see you soon.